princesses in this world?
What?
The what?
Excuse me?
The princesses in this world. You said something about how the frogs are all not normal.
I was going to say the princess is not here. But
Well done.
as usual.
We had a wonderful beginning of the market since March, the March 9th. Oh, thank you. I wouldn't have known that. The market went up from 7,500 to 10,500. That's a 3,000 point gain in Toronto. Calculating it very simply, if you're going to have a 1/3 correction of that rise, which is normal, then we should have a 1,000 point drop, so from 10.5 to 9.5. And
That's happened in 3 days.
Hmm?
It's happened in almost 3 days.
Right. And if you're going to have a 1/2 correction of the whole rise, well, that calls for 9,000. So those are the parameters. That is the two areas where you want to look between 9,000 and 9,500. That's a summer, that's July and August, that we should have a very slow period.
5 minutes.
And we should have a good
5 minutes.
year-end rally afterwards, but 2010 looks like a very major problematic year, where we likely to have a lot more trouble because we haven't cleaned up much of the thing we haven't cleaned up. I overheard a conversation the other day to say that they're injecting money into the system just like in 1945 and how well it worked in 1945. And what people don't realize today is that we are not at 1945, because in 1945 there was a major shortage of things. People didn't have cars, and some of them in England didn't have sugar, and so there was a demand for things. But today, I don't think we are short of cars, and we're certainly not short of sugar. And so injecting all this money into the system is probably not going to have the same effect as it did in 1945. So the stock market is going to have some problems. Very selective. Interestingly, the oil stock backed off in the last few days, which is not surprising again because they had a good run. The banking stocks are still doing very well, but that shouldn't take too long before they also start becoming subject to profit taking. We're looking for a better second half of the year, in a hope that things will get worked out and will get cleaned up. But at the closer we get to the end of 2009, I believe the more likely we're going to recognize that there are still some major unsolvable problems, and the market is going to therefore react probably fairly weakly in 2010.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right
I believe
now,
you.
if somebody
But
wants
now
to
I want
look
to
for
cheer you all up because
some bargain hunting. You could have some individual stocks of a few stocks, but in general